Yo, welcome back to another video, man. This video is going to be something a little different. I'm not playing 2v2 or 1v1. I'm going to be talking about the season and then, the entire season, maybe details that you guys don't know about or already know about. But I'm sure there's a few things in here that you guys probably want to know that you guys don't really know about. And just talk about behind the scenes as well and talk about, how the boot camps were and just how the whole process of how the team was doing and stuff like that throughout the whole entire tournaments because I don't think you guys were really I don't think you guys really know about everything. And then also gonna talk about the G2 situation a little bit at the end of the video. Just because I've had a lot of questions about why did G2 let us go? Are you guys gonna find another organization? And just stuff like that. I'm kind of gonna be answering a couple questions like that at the end. So if you guys want to watch that, there's gonna be I'm gonna be talking about each split, and each split is gonna be up on the screen right here. So I'm talking about the first split and the Copenhagen major, the second split with the London major, and then at the end I'm gonna talk about Worlds, and then Worlds and the G2 situation are kind of gonna be together. So, or like one after another. So if you guys want to hear about all of that, just let me know. And if you guys have any questions or anything like that, just let me know and I'll try to answer everything as I can. But I'm gonna stop talking here. I've been talking quite a lot, so without further ado, let's get into this video. Let's get to the first split and major. So for this is the finals of the Copenhagen major, and it is us playing Gentlemates. So before I talk about this, I want to talk about first the split. We almost had a 3-peat, which means, if you guys don't know, there are 3 regionals in the split, and we almost won all 3. We would have been the first North American team to win all 3. That was a good shot. But we would have been the first North American team, like I said, to win all 3 regionals in a row. But we didn't win it, sadly. I think we lost in game 6, 7. I think it was 7, against Gen G in the 3rd regional. Honestly, it definitely hurt. But I don't think Dan and Atomic really care that much, because especially Dan. I don't know about Atomic too much, but I know Dan just wants to make land. And like I said, I don't think I said this, but this is me and Dan's first major back in over a year. I don't know if you guys remember last season, but me and Dan, we teamed on version 1 with Com, and we didn't do good at all. We only played 1 split together, but that 1 split, we were the first team to win a regional and not make a LAN. We made some history, but in a bad way. And so, yeah, this is our first LAN back. We're just getting to the grooves and everything, and so we're just kind of happy to be here in the finals. But yeah, I think Dan doesn't really care about the regionals as much as he used to, because he's won a few already. So, I kind of feel that way now, but I did want to get that 3-peat. So I was devastated that we didn't do it, because I wanted to be the first North American team to, kind of do it. It would have been great. It would have been a great feeling to have that, as a resume, on the resume, if that makes sense. So it sucks that we didn't do it, but I know we can do it next year. And yeah. And then for this Copenhagen major, honestly, it wasn't nothing crazy. We boot camped in Berlin, Germany, at the G2 headquarters. It was sick, man. It was an awesome experience getting to hang out with everyone. This is the first time we all hanged out as a team ever. So it wasn't awkward or nothing like that. It's just that, the vibes were, good, and everyone was just mainly playing the game because we all want to make the best impressions on each other. We were just grinding super hard and just being there for each other and working as a team. So, and then it gets a little different. It gets a little different as the time goes on, obviously, because, I'll explain more what I mean later. But yeah, we were just grinding super hard. Nothing really, we boot camped for a week, and then we played there. So we were in Europe for 2 weeks, and that's what we've been doing every single event of the season on G2. And so obviously we finished the finals. It was, man, it sucked because I didn't think I was gonna get another chance at the finals. Honestly, I knew I could. I knew we, I would not. I mean, I'm stuttering a lot. Sorry. What I mean by that is not as soon as I think I would have. I'm bro, it is. I've been doing this for 2 to 3 years, 3 years, going to land. And dude, I've only made the best I've ever made was 3rd, and then I finished top consistently top 8. But dude, I don't. Well, that's a nice play. You know what I mean? Okay, Bispo. But nah, man, I don't think you guys get how hard it is to make a finals, and not only make a finals but win. It is so difficult. But yeah, I was devastated, man. I did not think I was gonna get another chance anytime soon. But I was proven wrong, and it's not saying I don't have confidence in my team because I fully had confidence. It's just so hard to be consistent in this game. And yeah, I mean we lost. It was I dabbed them up. I said congrats, and that was the end. That was the end of the first split right there. On the car ride home, or not home, on the car ride back to the hotel. We were all sitting there in a team, and then we were all like gentlemates. Out of everyone, gentlemates. Like no hate to them at all. They were amazing, and still is such an amazing team to this day. Obviously, they're doing some roster changes right now. As you guys can see on Twitter, I don't know what's gonna happen with them, but dude, they played lights out. They played amazing, but like we were like really gentlemates, man. Like how can, like I can't believe we lost to gentlemates. Like, but they were so good. They're so good and still so good. So, but you gotta give respect. Respect is due, man. And all three of those players on that team is just unbelievable and can win at any moment. But yeah, man, that's gonna be it for the first split. For the second split, it really wasn't nothing different. We kept grinding. We were more motivated than ever. And sadly, we almost got the three-peat again. But instead of losing the third regional, we lost the first one. And I don't know how to feel about after the first regional. I was like, I know we're chilling. I know we can easily win everything, but like. I was like, okay, we got to figure out something because we got second twice. We got to talk about it. And we talked about it, and we realized, what we were doing wrong and stuff like that. And, it was kind of, just figuring things out because we finished second twice. And usually when people finish second, they're like, okay, we're on the right track, but not for us. We don't want to finish second. We want to finish first every single tournament. So, we eventually talked about our play style more and got into more depth about it. And, everything worked out. And then we won the next two regionals. And after that, we were feeling great, man. Like, we were feeling amazing. And then the major comes around. We all go to London. And I think overall, this was probably either this one or Worlds was our worst scrims. And when I say our worst scrims, I don't mean like, wow, we're getting demolished. Sometimes we do get beat. And sometimes it's even like, sometimes we get beat 2-5. Because you usually play 7 games in scrims. And like, sometimes people win 5 games against us. And it was looking like that, and like I said, we're not really scrims, at least on land. This is the London Finals Game 5 against the Falcons, who are a very good team, of course. But like I was saying, we're not really a scrim team, so the scrims weren't really going that well. But when it comes to playoffs and just in tournament, man, we just lock in. I don't know what it is, but we're just different. I think the main thing, now that I think about it, is just intensity. We bring a lot of intensity to the game. That was a good shot and good pass. We just bring in we get a lot more hyped. We get a lot more intensity. And we just feel better as a team because we're way more locked in than we are in scrims. And that's not necessarily our fault. It's just there's just so much on the line here for us, and we just I don't know. I think it just fits our play style well because we're all three. We all three feel the same. We all three think the same, and especially when it comes to that sense, like, all right, we're in tournament. We need to lock in. It's at that time. So well, that was almost clean. You guys see that? But so we're doing good in playoffs. We make the finals, and I mean, bro, I'm not nervous at all. Like, for some reason, this is the first LAN that I'm not even nervous. Like, I'm not even nervous. Like do I still want to play the game? Like, I'm just kidding, but like, bro, like, why do I not feel nervous? Like, I feel like I'm about to win no matter what. And then we end up beating Falcons, who are looking amazing. They were looking great. They were looking like they're gonna win the whole entire thing if it wasn't us that were not gonna win it. And we beat them 4-1. We were just peaking. We were just feeling it. I mean, like, we just had so much, experience at that time because we lost the last finals, and we just wanted it so bad. And I don't think nothing could have stopped us. Like, I literally don't think like any team could have stopped us, no matter who we played. And everyone says, we could have, we didn't play an EU team this game or this thing. But I think if we played an EU team, I think we're gonna win. I'm just super confident in myself and my team, of course. But I think we're gonna win no matter what. And yeah, I mean, we just won the whole thing, man. Bro, I cannot explain how good it felt. Like I won, like, the World Cup or like the NBA Finals or like the Super Bowl. Like, bro, I was I was dabbing. Come on, dab everyone up. Like, come on, like, bro. Like, I just won. Like, I've been working on this throughout my entire career. Like, just to win an RLCS LAN. Like, obviously, Worlds is the goal, and that is the goal for now. And then after that, I want to win multiple Worlds. But dude, I can't tell you how good it felt to get this dub. Like, man, I've been working on it for just relief. Feels good to be a major champion and an RLCS LAN champion. So, and you know, it was an amazing feeling. I'm so blessed to be in that position. But yeah, I mean, that's pretty much that pretty much sums it up. Like, I was hyped. And so I don't want to say so you know, we had a Worlds, you know, we have a 3-month break. Like 2 to 3 months break. Like, I don't really, you know, agree with how the format was, because I feel like, you know, waiting 2 to 3 months like was the right move. And especially since Gamers 8 is in the middle. And if you guys are still watching this, you know, I'm gonna explain some more, you know, because this is where things not like got like difficult. But I think now that I think about it, I think Worlds was our worst scrims, like, for sure. I don't like, something felt off. Like, I don't know. Like, I think I don't know how the team feels about it, but I think, me personally, I think I just think that, like, I think the Gamers 8 thing kind of messed it up. Like, playing with Nas, like, me and Nas are two different players, in my opinion. I think we're very two different players. I think playing with Nas might have messed it up, like messed a few things up, and we had to get back in that rhythm again. But something felt off, and then I think Atomic just said, like, Atomic was like, you know, just keep trusting each other, keep playing with each other, and I totally agree with him. But me and Dan were like, just something feels off. Like, usually like in scrims, you know, we're competing with teams, or no matter what. Like, even if we're playing our worst, we're competing with teams. We're always gonna have a chance of winning. But at this, you know, Worlds, it didn't feel like that. Like, it felt like we were losing, like, it just straight up losing. And that's never how it felt with us at all, like, ever, throughout our entire time teaming. Like, we literally felt like we could win at any moment, but for some reason we just were losing. We know, we talked about it, and things got better for sure. But like I said, you know, in tournament we locked in, and lots of game sevens this you know, this tournament. Swiss, we weren't doing the greatest, but we got through. Actually, no, we didn't do too bad. We went 3-0. No, we didn't do too bad, actually. But, like, it could have been better is what I meant. Like, it could have been better. But we went 3-0, I believe, against, like, we won against Gentleman's, which is a pretty good team, of course. And then in playoffs, you know, I think the nerves hit us, especially me. Like, not that I'm really nervous, but, like, this is Worlds. Like, I'm thinking to myself, like, bro, we can win Worlds. Like, this is once a year. You know, this isn't 2 or 3 times a year. This is once a year. And this is what you work for throughout the whole season. And then now that we're talking about Worlds, I'm gonna switch it up. All right, this is the final game of the season, final game of the tournament, Game 6, the World Championship, and this is where it all ended. Sadly, you know, it's kind of tough to say, but like I was saying, man, yeah, we were doing, you know, pretty solid in Swiss, and then, you know, tournament came around. We finished with a lot of game 7s. I think this is where those scrims, like, I think we could have closed these games out earlier, but, you know, like I said, the bad scrims and stuff like that kind of affected it. We still got through the game 7s. We're through game 7s, and we still won them. You know, we still were playing good as a team. I don't think we could have been playing our best as a team, for sure. Now that I'm thinking about it, this one's going to be a tough one to watch. I can't. It sucks, but it's okay. It happens. Everything happens for a reason. And God has a plan, for sure. But, yeah, man, I mean, this Worlds was just... It's definitely different. Like, especially, like, with our boot camp. Like, this is the longest boot camp we've played in. And it was like a full 7 to, like, 8 days of boot camp. And usually we boot camp for, like, 4. With this for 7. And it just felt different because eventually got to the point where we were playing other games, which is okay. Like, you can play other games, like, you know, but, like, I think we boot camp for too long, in my opinion. Like, I might be wrong. Like, I mean, the boot camp is fun. Like, I would boot camp for as long as we want to. Like, I'm down to boot camp for, like, whenever. Like, it's so fun with the team, and it gets good practice and good vibes all around. But I just think, it's hard to play Rocket League 10 hours a day, 8 to 10 hours a day, all day for, 14, 15 days straight. It gets tiring. So, we decided to play other games, Valorant, I played Ark a little bit, just stuff like that. And I think boot camping that long kind of messed it up. It just felt like we weren't at a boot camp. Like it felt like we weren't. I think we all agreed upon that, especially Satya. I think Satya said, we just need to be a lot more locked in. It didn't feel like it was an actual boot camp. It didn't feel like we were actually at Worlds. So I think that's one of the main reasons why. I guess we all these were game 7s. We weren't as dominant. That's why we lost the finals. We weren't just as ready as we should have been. And I know, like, you boot camp for 7 days. It's Worlds. Why aren't you locking in? What we are. We truly are. It's just how it feels. Like, you can't really help it. It's just how it feels. And so I think that's one of the main reasons, why it just didn't really feel like Worlds. And also, like, I wasn't in a hotel. Like, I was at an Airbnb with my family, so it just felt like a vacation, like, to a sense. So not like a vacation. Like, I'm just thinking, like, this is the first time I ever had all of my family at a LAN, so it also felt different. So it was just like, it was a multiple mixture of things that, like, just felt different. It didn't feel like we were boot camp before Worlds. Plus, we were in our country. Like, it just didn't feel like, we were like in Europe. Like, and if I'm in Europe and I had nothing to do but play the game, like, I don't like the food over there. I'm just not a big. I mean, like, it's really cool. But, like, this just felt like home. You know what I'm saying? So, playoffs go by. We ended up finishing, we're in the finals. We play against BDS, which is, oh my dude. I honestly felt super confident, but if there's a team that is going to counter our playstyle, it's this team right here. And I felt so confident against this team. Oh, I almost had a goal. That would have been 2-1. That was a really good save. But yeah, this team has our number, at least the way they play. That was a good shot, but it's just tough. Yeah, if there's anyone that I would rather not play, I mean, I'm down to play anyone. Like, I'm confident against anyone, but this team just counters our playstyle super hard. So if there's a team that I don't want to play, it's this team, of course. But it's just a Monkey Moon playstyle. When you're on a team with Monkey Moon, you're most likely just gonna play defensive and slow, and it's just gonna counter us. And obviously, we know how to react to those certain teams, but I think, like I said, it was just a mixture of a bunch of things that kind of fell between, with everything. So, and we ended up finishing. I'll skip a little bit, to kind of get to the point. But we ended up finishing second, of course, as you guys know. And then to speak on this, what happened at the beginning, like last game right here. Like, I put Atomic in such a tough spot. And, like, bro, he was left back in a 1v2, like a 1v2 situation. And, or at least a 1v1. I know for a 1v1 for sure. And it's just hard. It's just hard. It's just a really tough spot to be in. And that's going to be it. That's how it ends. And it was a terrible feeling. But, one thing I quickly want to say before I say what I was going to say is, Atomic was in a tough spot. There was many things that led up to that series that we shouldn't even be down in the first place. Like, we were up 2-1. We shouldn't even be down in the series in the first place, I believe. And there's many things that led up to that. That's not, like, Atomic played so good. You could argue he's the best player of this tournament. And he just played so good, bro. And I just want to let everyone know that. He just played so good. And one mistake, and it wasn't even really a mistake. Like, he was just in an awkward spot. Like it's just hard, and it is what it is. And he's just playing amazing all tournament. I just can't. There's so many things that led up to that. So I just quickly want to say that. But losing right there, it sucks, man. It does. Like, Worlds is everything you work for at the end of the year, and Worlds is everything you work for as a pro player. Majors are amazing, obviously, but Worlds is Worlds. So that's where our season ends, and it hurt, but it's only going to make us hungry. And I think next Worlds, I think the same thing is going to happen from that transition to Copenhagen to London. Copenhagen, we lost the finals because it was our first finals ever at that specific time, and we came back hungrier. And I think that's what's, at a second major, and I think that's what's going to happen with this Worlds. I'm feeling very confident for this next season And I think that's what's going to happen. So I'm very confident in that as well. So, and the final thing I do want to talk about is the G2 situation. I'm gonna keep this here. I'm going free play for you guys. But the final thing I do want to talk about is the G2 situation. Obviously, G2 announced that we did get dropped. It does suck. And I'll put the announcement. If you guys haven't seen the announcement video, I'll probably put the announcement video right now. And if I do put the announcement video, then skip to this time if you just want to see me talk. But I highly recommend watching this announcement video. It's very sad, honestly, very a little bit emotional, and it's a really good video. So watch it real quick. But anyways, yeah, man, it sucks that the way certain things happened. I can't go into detail that much. But it definitely does suck. G2's been a part of Rocket League for 7 to 8 years. It was such a blessing to be part of one of the greatest dynasties. As an org, I mean, obviously the team and I are sticking together. But I'm talking about as an org. If you know Rocket League, and if you play, you know G2. So it was definitely such a blessing to be part of their team and organization, and I can't thank them enough for everything they've done for us. But without too much saying, the process, was all good. It was all good, all on good terms. They treat us well. They told us, we're gonna give you this amount of time. Give us this amount of time. See if we can make this work. See if we can, get the things that we need. And and sadly, they got what they wanted, but only to a certain extent that wasn't enough. And I know that's not going to make much sense to you guys, and I wish I could tell you guys more in detail. But they got things that just not to a certain extent, or not as much as they wanted or needed necessarily. So yeah, that's what happened. It was just so well done and professional by them. Just to let us go and to it's not like put us in an awkward spot or put us in a buyout where another organization has to buy us out. And just very blessed how the way they took it and the way they handled it, because they could have sold us and got some money back, but they know that they treat us right, man, truly. And G2 is such an amazing org, for real. Without further ado, we are looking for another organization. Things are getting close, and you guys will find out soon. If we do join an organization or not, and what is going to happen and stuff like that. So, but yeah, that is going to be it for the video, man. I've been talking for 23 minutes straight. I need to give myself a little break and get me a drink of water because that is needed. I hope you guys listened throughout all of this. If you have any questions, please comment down below. I will answer everything that I possibly can. And yeah, as always, I love you guys. God bless you guys. Thank you for everything. Hope you have a good rest of your night. And peace out.